All right, ladies and gentlemen, we put up a new board for the man-to-man handle. We are going to have a match between Wales and England. Please welcome first a former Welsh international who's got his tour card since 2015. He's in his 10th European Tour event, and yesterday he beat Justin Bibe in an 11th and deciding leg. Please welcome the favourite, Johnny Clayton! And now Johnny's opponent, a Premier League player. He won the 2013 German Darts Championship. From England, ladies and gentlemen, the number 4 seed, Dave Chisnall! And your referee for the next 2 matches, Mr. George Noble.
Disappointed that Jack Newlart did not announce George Noble as a puppy for once, because then we'd have a puppet and a ferret on the stage. Johnny Clayton, you can see the ferret mural on the back of his shirt, which he was annoyed that someone mistook for a rat last week. But these 2 players, Clayton and Dave Chisnall, are 2 players in excellent form of late, and this is expected to be one of the games of this round, potentially one of the games of the tournament. We've just seen the best game of the tournament between Mensur Suljovic and Alan Taban. Suljovic, the first man to post a ton-plus average, but Dave Chisnall, at this stage last week, fired in 112 in a victory over Jan Decker. I'm Chris Murphy, and Dan Dawson joins me for what we expect to be a very high-quality affair.
Yes, we certainly are expecting
first leg,
it.
Johnny to throw first. Game on.
We've got the ferret, Johnny Clayton, the puppy, George Noble, and Dave Chisnall, who is an absolute animal on the European Tour. 6 finals he has made on the European
59.
Tour. Admittedly, he's only won 1 of them. But just to make 6 finals is very impressive. Got to go back 4 years for when he won.
180!
And it is no surprise to see Dave Chisnall pile in the first maximum in the very first leg. And Johnny Clayton hits back with a 7.
Well, might be more one-sided than we guess, if that continues as a trend. The highest ever disparity in averages
60.
in a game of darts. But Chisnall fired in 20 180s last weekend in Sindelfingen, including 8 in 1 match against Rob Cross.
Yeah, and he didn't even make the final. So, you know, he made the semis.
Yeah, you said he's made 7 finals. Really could have, perhaps should have been 8 last week.
Yeah, sorry, it's 6 he's made.
Oh,
It would
6.
have been 7 if he'd made the final. But he wasn't far off, was he? He had 100 against Michael van Gerwen to win the game, and his first dart went in a single 1. Scuppered his chances in that visit, and he didn't get another one.
Yeah, previous visit he'd seen
60.
a dart kind of fall out of the treble 20 as well, which would have left him with a double top if he'd have scored the same. Now then, 130 is a target here.
114.
Well, it is just irresistible stuff from Chizzy when he's playing at his best, and that is why he's made a number, 5 major
16.
finals. Again, you know, not got over the line and won 1, but he is certainly a man who has the potential to do so.
12.
Yeah,
Not the end of the world for him, is.
Got married, didn't he, earlier this year, Dave Chisnall, but in terms of winning major titles, he's always a bridesmaid.
43.
So far, at least, anyway. Bit awkward.
No score.
Well, it was a brilliant start to the leg from Dave Chisnall. Johnny Clayton still not down to any kind of finish. After Chisnall's squandered a handful of darts at double.
4.
Let's see if he can provide a better lie. Well, that's nowhere near, so he's got a free shot at the double 2.
First leg.
And he pins it this time.
Second leg, Dave to throw first. Game on.
Well, a break of throw in the opening leg here for Dave Chisnall. The winner of this goes through to play Rob Cross, who is one of
46.
3 unseeded players to have won through to the final day of action so far. We could see more on the way this evening.
140.
Magnus Karras, a surprise winner against Jelle Klaassen, bringing an end to Jelle's incredible run of consistency on the European Tour so far this year. Rob Cross seeing off his roommate Joe Cullen, and then Darren Johnson kicking off the night by beating Gerwyn Price 6-3. Darren Johnson continues to play the darts of his life.
140.
There's been a justifiable fanfare around Dave Chisnall's recent performances. It was
96.
just too little too late in the end in terms of qualifying for the Premier League playoffs. But if you look at the last 15 darts matches this pair have played, both of them have lost only 3.
38.
Clayton's been going quietly about his business as well, and defeats for Johnny Clayton. Joe Cullen last week, and then in the Players' Championship event, Gary Anderson and Adrian Lewis.
100.
It's taking the best to beat him.
Yeah. Well, even the best have been struggling to beat Chizzy. I mean, I know, same number of losses, but look at the number of games that Chizzy has played in the Premier League, unbeaten in 7. I know there are a number of draws in there, but unbeaten against the best players in the world. Double 20 for top.
65. Johnny, you require 86.
So Clayton to break straight back. Treble 18. Oh, now 85. You can go 15s or 19s. Oh, he's gone 17. Well. That's 83.
No score.
No, wait, hang on. That's 87. Well, what he's done...
So you require
he's hit
60.
1, and he's added 1 to his score, rather than taking 1 off. Johnny Clayton, an absolute brain fade.
Short in the second leg.
And it's cost him the leg.
The leg Johnny to throw
and
first.
who knows?
Game on.
He's got a perplexed look on his face, as have I, to be honest.
Yeah, 80...
95
left in his, so treble 17 left, double 17.
Yeah. An odd choice.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't the choice he made, was it?
It was the wrong choice.
Chose to go.
Yeah. He's added 1 on to... He's had 86. He scored 1. And instead of taking it off, he's added it. Left 87. Taken out 87 perfectly.
121.
I would like to see if we have like a replay of a celebration. I'm hoping we've got a replay of a celebration there. Because it was a heck of a shot. Unfortunately, it was the wrong one.
140.
Cristo Reyes there, the Spartan, into the final day of the European Tour, and he's got the daunting prospect of facing Mensur Suljovic, who's just averaged nearly 104. Now, 99. I've been saying all weekend that Cristo will be relieved not to face either Michael van Gerwen or Peter Snakebite Wright in the last 16. Unfortunately, he could have to face the player who's played best in the whole tournament so far. A little wave from the Spartan there.
He seems happy enough. Cristo Reyes.
60. David Uruguay 91.
The winner of this one will, as you mentioned, take on Rob Cross. Chisnall played very well against him, and he's playing very well against Johnny Clayton as well. Misses a dart at double. Now let's see if Johnny Clayton can get his sums and his darts right in this visit. Well, the latter didn't go well that time.
At least he was going for the right target.
82. They require 16.
Double 8. For another breaker throw as well. Good adjustment for Dave Chisnall.
Fourth leg, Dave to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, Reyes himself had a bit of a horror show in the very first leg of his match against James Richardson as well, didn't he? He needed double 16 and hit double 8 with the last dart in hand.
37.
Obviously not the requisite double, and then James Richardson took out 130.
59.
Well, I love a missed count. I think they're funny. And the hierarchy of darts is obviously bad darts are worse than good darts, and good darts aren't as good as funny darts. But
вирусная угроза была обнаружена.
It's only very funny if you're then punished. And that is exactly what has happened to Johnny Clayton in this case. Exactly what happened to Cristo Reyes earlier on. In the end, Cristo managed to turn around his game against James Richardson. He did have to survive 3 match darts. At the minute...
60.
Well, the way Dave Chisnall has been playing, and the fact that he is 3-0 up here, suggests that Dave Chisnall could end up getting lots and lots and lots of match darts that he would have to miss to let Johnny Clayton back in the game. However, Clayton is still fighting. He's given himself a realistic chance of breaking here and getting a leg back.
58.
Yeah, neither of the players really playing like they have been playing lately. Although a lot of Chisnall's average damage is down to missed starts at double in the very first leg, where Clayton was not in sight at all. But he's got his eyes on a breaker throw here. Lovely dart that from Dave Chisnall.
85.
Not so much that one.
122.
Luckily left to finish though. That's good. Bullseye.
84.
Now, did Johnny Clayton stop to make sure then? Did he work it out?
I think there may have been an element of that, yeah. And in the end, it might have knocked him out of his rhythm a little bit.
89. Johnny
But
requires 38.
does he split this? Does he go straight at it? Straight at it. Double 8. And it is a first leg for Johnny Clayton. It's a break as well.
Fifth leg, Johnny to throw first.
Does he seem keen to throw first? As he would be, but that's not how it works, Dave.
Some tournaments
60.
in the past have used the concept of mugs away.
Mugs away, yeah.
And the World Cup of Darts did it one year.
140.
Still interested to see if Dave Chisnall will be in the World Cup of Darts.
Well,
for the first time in 2017. He's ranked above James Wade at the moment.
190.
Second highest Englishman. But it's a Welshman that fires in a match.
Cristo Reyes joining in with George Noble's 180 call there.
42.
He's probably enjoyed it, seeing as he got 7 180 calls in his game earlier on. 7 maximums for the Spartan.
Yeah, maybe it's just ringing in his ears now all day. The
180
from George Noble. Clayton's making good progress again. Down to 1-2-1 after 9.
59.
Johnny
Johnny
not pressurising,
21.
so doing something similar perhaps to that of the observer Cristo Reyes earlier on. Oh, wonderful stuff. 1-2-1 on the ball from the Ferret.
To get Dave to throw first.
Yeah, Reyes was 3-0 down against Richardson, wasn't he?
4-0 down, in fact.
121.
Yeah, Johnny Clayton with some flashy stuff there. No need to take out the 1-2-1 on the ball. Could have just laid up and left himself a handy double, but took it out, he did. Now then, Chiz.
140.
Well, he's found some kind of zone here, Johnny Clayton. A slow start to the match and then a moment of madness. Potentially cost him a leg. But he's
60.
managed to put it all behind him. And he's really in the ascendancy now.
55.
Can't leave a finish though, so Dave Chisnall is still well placed to open up that 2-leg advantage once more. He desperately wants to stay on the 20s because even just a 60 would have left to Shanghai, but it's going to be better than that. It's going to be a lot better than that. That is perfect for Dave Chisnall. Leaves himself double top.
Yeah, impressive adjustment from Chizzy.
60. Dave, you require 40.
Can he use that as a guide?
He's short.
Certainly can.
Dave Chisnall. 7th leg, Johnny to throw first. Game on.
Well, this quarter of the draw, not only have we got
60.
well, this half of the draw, I tell a lie. Dave Chisnall. You've got Rob Cross, who keeps on making quarterfinals. Made quarterfinals in the first 2 Euro Tour events. He obviously faces the winner of this as Chisnall. Ooh, very nearly.
135.
Horse. Treble 20, treble 19, treble 18. Michael Smith, a 3-time Euro Tour winner. James Wade in this quarter of the draw. James Wade,
100.
the only former champion here in Gibraltar in the field. It's the same half of the draw as the number 1 seed Peter Wright, former world champion Stephen Bunting, Alan Norris, winner of a Euro Tour at the back end of last year, and the
97.
winner of our first game tonight, Darren Johnson, as well. This top half of the draw, very, very tasty. I think anybody who comes through that top half is going to have to play some excellent darts.
Yeah, it does look on paper slightly stronger than that bottom half.
But then again, we've got the number 2 seed Mensur
59.
Suljovic, who's just averaged 104 in the other half of the draw. And Cristo Reyes, who I maintain is destined to go on a big run this weekend. Johnny Clayton destined to
135.
overturn that 3-0 deficit that he suffered in the early stages of this match, because he's battling away. This is good from Chiz.
145.
Very good.
Well, Johnny Uruguay 106.
There may have been a temptation to carry on chucking there just to knock Clayton out of his stride somewhat, but he's done that himself anyway.
74.
Decent setup.
Uruguay 65.
Yeah, good recovery with the last darts. Chisnall too good, finding the same target. So 15 left. And that leaves double 4.
And
there it is.
7 flag, Dave Chisnall.
And Johnny Clayton's revival may well turn out to be short-lived.
Dave flag, Dave to throw first. Game on.
Well, Dave Chisnall to book his place in the final day of action. Rob crossed the man who awaits. And even though Rob
43.
did play some decent stuff earlier on against Joe Cullen, won it in a deciding leg, we know he's been struggling with a bit of illness. And that is a maximum for Johnny Clayton. He is not done just yet.
A second 180 for the Welshman. Just reminding Dave Chisnall that he's not
74.
quite over the line.
Hit more 180s than Chizzy in this game.
Well, could he add another? Might have to switch.
140.
Yeah, it just looked like it was difficult to find a way underneath those two.
Running out of room in that treble bed, but I suppose when you've hit it 5 times in a row, you
58.
quite fancy your chances.
I wouldn't know. Never experienced it. Is that it again? Yeah, wise to check your score there, Johnny.
150.
Gone into the next bed. He was looking at the treble 15 there. He's hit the treble 10, but Chizzy's 300 points behind. You can see that was not quite the same
55. Johnny
intensity
Uruguay,
level in that visit
31.
from Dave Chisnall. I think he realises this leg has probably gone.
Well, it's a break of throw if he hits the double, which he does.
Shot in the 8th flag, Johnny
So on we
Clayton.
go. Chisnall,
9th flag, Johnny to throw first. Game on.
as you suggested, Dan, maybe just leaving a little bit in the tank. Clayton has just caught light, hasn't he? On fire.
125.
Well, it's some ask for Johnny Clayton to play like this for the remaining 3 legs, having just turned it on with that brilliant 12-darter in the last leg. Oh, well,
40.
no, not touching anything. Points got to be touching the board to register any points.
Well, it rattled around like the Wheel of Fortune. It was going to land at some segment of the board, but it was misfortune
60.
in the end for Chizzy.
$93. $140.
The radar's a bit out for
12.
Chiz, and again, this is another leg where he's just had a look at Clayton's score, had a look at his own, and just gone, you know what, next leg. Now, you can do that,
60.
and there are some players who are absolute experts at it, and they then start off the next leg, and they're fully focused, and they make the most of it. But it's a dangerous game, because you can't turn it off and on
Johnny
like a
Uruguay,
tap.
116.
Yeah, and there does come a point where there isn't an next leg.
Well, yeah. You don't do it so many times. Double top for Clayton. And that is a 116 checkout. He's gone out in the last 2 legs in 12 darts to break, 15 darts to hold. That means Dave Chisnall needed 12 darters the last 2 legs. And this is where Dave Chisnall has been building up to. This leg
100.
on the throw to get it won. Because there is no other... Well, I'll just wait until the next leg. Because if he does that and Johnny Clayton goes out in 12, he's going to lose the game.
81.
Yeah, textbook couple of legs from Johnny Clayton. Now, is Dave Chisnall's plan going to come together?
140.
You can see there's more effort, there's more concentration and focus going into it from the number 4 seed in this leg, as you would expect, but it is paying off as well. Sometimes, when you do try, and you're desperately trying, you try a bit too hard. But Clayton is not a million miles away.
No, if he doesn't get a treble, he does get one, and he does get 2.
140.
And now Dave Chisnall has a sizable advantage. Clayton needs a couple of trebles to get himself down to a finish.
96, they require 121.
Only the one, and that's not enough. So Dave Chisnall gets 2 visits to see off the 1-2-1. And he may only need the 1 visit. He's tried to hit the 25 there. Did that early on and hit the ball. This time he's absolutely nowhere near, but he does leave double top for the match. Clayton knows that Chizzy has a history, sometimes, of missing match darts when he's got 3 in his hand.
100.
And he's knocked a ton off, so he's given himself a chance. 40. But can Chizzy get over the line here? He's been excellent over the last few weeks at this sort of stuff. And this time, he does find double top. A 13-darter to win it for Dave Chisnall. The plan comes together. He's like Hannibal from the A-team. He loves it when a plan comes together, Chiz. And he is through to the final day of action. It's another last 32 exit for the ferret Johnny Clayton on the European Tour. Chizzy will face Rob Cross for a place in the quarterfinals tomorrow. Can Dave Chisnall, one of the 4 men in world darts, deny Rob Cross yet another quarterfinal? He's 2 for 2 so far on the European Tour. Rob Cross, he's looking to make it 3 for 3. But Dave Chisnall, the 180 machine, who only hit 180 in that game, will face him tomorrow afternoon. We'll grab a quick couple of words with the great orator that is Chizzy, and then it's Peter Wright, the top seed, against Christoph Ratajski.
That doubles in that first leg, that nearly did you, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't a good game. If Johnny played like he did finishing, he'd have beat me that easy. I was rubbish. And, oh well, I'm still in.
Well, you played not such a good match yourself, you say so, but you're still through to the next round. That opens opportunities because you can do way better than this.
Yeah, I can do better. I'll bring a towel up tomorrow, a wet one. It's so warm in here. I'm not blaming that, but we'll do better tomorrow.
We're going to find out tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, he'll be back tomorrow afternoon. Chizzy, Dave Chisnall!